Good morning, good morning. We'd like to say good morning. It's Bob and Brad and Mike, and we will be here for an hour. How was that, Mike?
Danny and Tanner running camera. Okay, I don't sing. Anyway, hello. We are live in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. This is the pre-live, so thank you for tuning in early. So we are going to talk about best morning routine for flexibility, mobility, and stiffness. And then we're going to start from head and work all the way to the toes.
That's right. You ever get up in the morning and feel like a little tight? You get out of bed and putting weight through those feet is maybe a little uncomfortable. The back feels stiff. Maybe the hands are a little stiff. You can't even make a complete fist. Well, those are things that are commonly experienced. And actually, I'm starting to feel them myself. So these exercises will definitely get things moving. You'll feel better, be awake, and then, have your cup of coffee.
Just a reminder, we are live every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central Time for 1 hour. Each week, we pick different subjects to talk about and discuss. This week, we're doing the morning routine. Next week, we'll be doing Stay Fit Winter 15 simple home workouts for cold days. And we'll even talk about weighted vests a little bit.
Oh, that's right. There's a big question on that. I was amazed at the number of people who watched that video of ours. So there is interest. Another thing we want to talk about with today, getting things moving, not just your muscles for circulation, but to get the joints actually moving in specific ways to get the circulation of the synovial fluid, which is the lubricant in your joint that helps it move more freely, getting some of that stiffness away.
Just a reminder that here at Bob and Brad, we give something away every week. So every Sunday, we have a new giveaway starting. So you can check that out at bobandbrad.com in the giveaway section. We also have released the iMaster Pro. You can see on screen there, which is our new massage chair. Very deluxe. There's only a handful, I think, left in stock on Amazon, but it is getting restocked in January. So don't worry.
Yeah, and that is the 4D. That gives a much better massage than your typical massage chair when they started making these. So it is up to date, and we are very happy with it. Otherwise, we would not promote it.
We got some people tuning in. We got Diana. We got Claudia.
Where's she from?
She just said she's excited about the topic. We got Claudia from no sunshine here in California. Well, we're about to get bombarded with a snowstorm where we live. So.
Yeah, but we like it and we're excited. And TikTok just came in, I understand.
Hi, TikTok. We are talking about 20 best morning stretches to do to get moving and ready for the day. We got someone from Florida, 1965 gal. We got Tina from Nelsonville, Ohio.
Florida, we're thinking about going down to the Keys. If you have any things that we should do if we go down to the Keys and you're familiar, put a little, a note in about that, but not too long, complicated. We got to stay with the subject.
Diane's from New Hampshire. Hello, Diane.
That's a lovely place.
Harris from Bosnia. Oh,
wow.
Cold.
Right. Yeah. And someone from
PA, Pennsylvania.
Aline from Dubai.
Oh, they're coming in fast.
No,
now.
Aline's from Minnesota.
Sorry, we can't even keep
That's
up.
not very far from here.
We got Sharon from British Columbia.
You're killing me.
Someone's from Dubai.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. People all over the world. We appreciate it.
We got Richard from Des Moines. Oh, Diane in Des Moines. But they're on Richard's account. Okay, hello. Someone from Grand Rapids.
Phoenix. I like Phoenix. My brother lives north of Phoenix in a little town, but it's a nice drive from Phoenix going north.
Hi, Patty.
Oh, Patty, yeah.
Emily from Cleveland, Ohio. Oh my gosh.
So we're doing 20 stretches and other things to get you loosened up in the morning. We don't expect you to do 20 of them. Just follow along with them. Do the ones that seems like they're going to make you feel better, or just do them with us and narrow it down. You can repeat this video at any time, forward, backwards. It's nice to pick at least about 4 or 5 stretches that are going to help you. If you got tight hands, you're going to look at that more. If your back is tight, if your feet feel stiff and tight, we cover it all head to toe.
Boy, we got Toronto,
London,
Canada,
England.
Kitchener? Never heard of that. Kitchener.
Ooh, I wonder which part of Canada it's from.
And we're starting.
Bob and Brad, the 2 most famous physical
we're going through that thing right now.
on the internet.
They can hear us too.
Oh,
blabbing through the song. Hi, we're live. Look, I'm wearing red. You
I've-
never remember to be quiet during that part.
oh wow, I made a mistake.
Well, we are live. Hello, everyone, and we are thankful for you all
Oh,
tuning in.
what about me, Tanner? Oh,
They saw you early on. Oh,
yeah.
there's really close.
Whoa, that almost scared me. We want to get people in, not scare them away.
So the goal of this video today is to wake up, feel ready and good without pain and tightness. How we're going to do it by improving circulation, get the joints moving, and the mind flowing. What are some of the benefits?
Well, the benefits are you're going to feel more relaxed. You're going to feel more like getting up and getting the day going, as well as when it comes to noon, you can take that little nap for 20 minutes. It all falls in together. One thing I do want to emphasize before we start exercise, we're going to start with breathing first, because if your breathing is not good, your whole body is not going to work out so well, and then it's going to not be so good. So breathing, and when we talk about the breathing, not just before the exercises, we won't mention it again, maybe we will, but do the good breathing throughout all your exercises.
There's a question I really want to answer.
Okay, yeah.
She's talking about the keys. She says eat key lime pie and visit Hemingway House. There you go.
You know, I was watching YouTube and they did show that key lime pie, and I'm thinking,
So you're going to say Hemingway House.
well, no, Ernest, yeah, we could do some of that too. I should read some of his works before we get there. Sure.
So the first thing we want to talk about before we get started is actually just doing some breathing warm-ups.
Oh, I mentioned that.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
we'll do it again.
Actually. So we're going to do it now. If you're in a chair, you can do it standing, good posture. Either way, you need good posture, or your breathing will not be near as good. In a chair, firm chair, not in a slouchy chair like this. Get your butt back, shoulders back. Everything's looking good. Breathe in through your nose. And when you do this, let your abdominal area come out. We want to do diaphragmatic breathing, and this is very commonly not done properly. People hold their stomach in because that's kind of the way we think.
They lift their shoulders like this. So we're trying to expand.
Good point, Mike.
The stomach area. Put an exhale through the stomach area there, and that's how you do some diaphragmatic breathing. Try to go in through your nose. Unless your nose is stuffy, then I guess you have to do it through your mouth, but it helps engage your diaphragm muscles a lot more.
Sometimes when you exhale through your mouth, kind of do some pursed breathing where you actually, like you're blowing through a straw. It slows the breathing down a little bit. That all helps things relax. 3 to 5 breaths concentrated on good breathing is a good way to start, and then get into your first stretch.
So we're going to start from the neck and work our way down. So first stretch number 1 for the neck is just a neck side stretch. So you're just bringing your ear to your shoulder one direction, and then you're going the other direction. Just do what feels good for you. Some people are going to have a lot more flexibility than others. One way might be tight, so just go slowly with this. And you can kind of do repetitions like 10 to 20 each way, or if you'd rather hold it, you can hold it for 15 to 30 seconds. If you feel up to it, you can also just grab a little bit, but don't crank your neck. Just hold a little bit for more stretching.
Can you come over here, Tan? Because I just want to, when I have patients to do this and I, give the extra pressure, I say use your fingertips, 2, maybe 3. That's all the pressure you need. So many people think a little bit of pressure is good. Pull on your neck. It's not gonna, it's way too much. It's not needed. Gentle stretch. A little caveat to this is go forward and go down at an angle, and that'll get the levator scapula muscle, which is really nice because that muscle will tighten up, and you can do that. Boy, I feel it right now, and I'm already feeling the benefits.
You can do these in a seated position, laying down, standing up, whatever works for you. There's no real rules to a lot of these. Some of them there might be.
It might be harder to do some of them lying down, so use good judgment.
Next is neck rotation. So like you're saying, no. So go to the left and turn to the right. Take your time. One way is probably a little tighter. Maybe you slept weird last night. Just take your time with them. This one, I kind of like repetitions. You can certainly do time as well, but it just feels good.
Yeah. Are we going to show a little gentle overpressure? Is that what you have that for?
Yeah, that's what I have the towels
Excellent call.
So hopefully I don't mess up my microphone too much here. So if you want, you can take a towel, and then I have to reverse my hands. So if I'm gripping normal, I reverse. The hand that's on top, you're going to grab put it under your ear. The other piece of the towel is down towards my chest stomach area, and then you just pull with your hands to help stretch this direction.
Yeah, coming across the jawline. And again, you do not want to pull real hard. There's nothing aggressive about this at all. If you're breathing, you relax, a gentle overpressure. And the towel offers support around the whole neck. I've had so much luck with patients doing this. It really helps you relax, gives you a little extra stretch. Not necessary, but if you want to try it, the biggest problem I have is getting people to do this, right? They'll end up kind of going like this.
Yeah, if you do that, you probably have the wrong hand on top.
Yeah.
So if I had
Yeah.
the other hand on top and I try this, I choke myself. So
Yeah.
you'll know if it's the wrong way. Just switch hands.
Yeah. And yeah, if you don't feel comfortable with it, just do it. You can do a little overpressure by hand. Gently is all we want. No pain at all.
Number 3 is probably one of the most famous Bob and Brad exercises ever, the chin tuck.
Oh, yes. Again, this one is all of these. Posture, get your bottom back in your firm chair, hands on the armrest if you have them. It's better with armrests. And then you're going to think about bringing your chin in towards your throat, but not up like this and not down like this. It's kind of like we always used to say, like someone's taking a pie, you're going to take that pie and put it right into your face and you go, oh.
Is it key lime pie?
Yeah, key lime pie. There you go. I like that idea. The key lime pie I saw in that picture was
Like if the
incredibly,
acidity gets in your eyeball,
a lot of moraine on it. So
if you need some feedback, which some people do because they don't know what their head is doing, you can do it into your bed, or you have a wall behind you, and that way if your head's forward, just try to press the back of your head into the mat or the wall. It's the same concept. This is actually giving you a little bit of resistance, but it just teaches you how to do this correctly.
yeah, and that little towel roll right about below the ears, that really is a nice way to offer a stretch. Now, again, these should not create any pain at all. It should feel comfortable and good. So the wall, if you just want to come over and like he was mentioning, put your butt up against the wall, your shoulders up against the wall, and then bring the chin in like this, and then see if you can touch the wall with the back of your head. If you look up, that is not going to do the appropriate stretch. So we're going to go in like this. So there will be people, you're going to be so tight because your posture is forward, you will not be able to touch the wall with your head. I've had many patients that have that, and we simply work with it. Gentle stretch, and this is one of those things that if you are tight forward and you can't touch the wall, it may take a few weeks to get that way. So don't worry about it. Just do the stretch. Again, no pain with it. Be gentle. Let things relax.
Now we're going to work our way into shoulder rolls. So shoulder rolls is just kind of shrugging, except for instead of going straight up and straight down, you go forward. So I'm rolling forward and then backwards like this. You can do it standing, seated. You can go forward to back, or you can go back to front, whichever way feels good for you. Just do it. Range of motion feels good, and you'll feel things kind of loosen up.
Yeah, go turn around again, Mike. As a therapist, I'm looking at shoulder blade motion here because the shoulder blades are moving across the rib cage, which is incredible to have that for posture and to have proper mechanics in the shoulder joint here, where the ball or the humeral head articulates with the joint there. So I don't want to get too technical, but that is important. I'm telling you, I like that one.
Next is working on stretching out the pecs a little bit. What version are you thinking?
Well, there's a lot of different versions here, Mike. We're going to talk just a simple one of just bringing your shoulders back. Try to touch those shoulder blades behind you, and that's going to stretch. We're talking about the pec major and the pec minor, the muscles here. When they tighten up, things round forward like this, it limits your breathing as well as your shoulder mechanics. Both can cause pain or problems. So it's just a good postural stretch. Think about going back like this. Would you have a favorite one?
I'm just reading some of the questions right now.
Oh,
I like to do that in the doorway.
Oh, yeah.
The wall, or laying on your back. Janet just said there was so much crunching on that one. I think she means the shoulder rolls. If there's noises and there's no pain, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
If you're having pain, then don't be so aggressive or back off on that one for now. But crunching itself is fine as long as it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, we like to call that crepitus was what's the actual medical term is for that. So if you have some crepitus, pain-free, it's okay.
Yeah, someone else's snap, crack, pop.
Yeah, Rice Krispies. I've talked about that with many patients. If you have a corner, this is a nice way to put your shoulders here and just gently go forward. Use a little body weight, but again, no pain in the shoulders. Simply stretching the muscles is all we're doing. If you're real tight or you have arthritic shoulders, this could be painful. If you go up higher, it's more aggressive. Start out with your hands down like this, and then if it feels good here, you can simply go up to get different fibers of the pec as well as the shoulder joint. Now, Mike is showing a nice option in a doorway.
My mic's
mic is messed up. Oh, it's crepitus.
Is it better now? Am I okay? Okay. So we can go into a door frame like this. If it's too wide, you can just do one arm. And then for more aggressive stretch, my arms are at a 90-degree angle like this. And I'm going on the door frame. Otherwise, if that's too much for you, you can certainly keep your arms down low and just come into the door frame. You should feel a nice pec stretch opening up. Again, you can just do one side if doing both at the same time seems too painful, tight, or maybe your doorway is too large for your reach. Take your time with it. I like to just sit here, set a timer for 30 seconds, and stretch out. It feels good.
There you go. A lot of different options to work those muscles. Pick one that works for you and go with it. Try them all out if you'd like. Karen, she's talking about the W and the Y. So she maybe has seen some of our videos. We refer to the W with this stretch very commonly in different postures.
Yeah.
What are you doing? The door. Oh, yeah. Put the door back.
What are you doing?
I don't know what I'm ever doing. Where are we at now?
So those are our main stretches for neck, a little bit of shoulder area. We got some more stretches later on. Not too much with the shoulder today, but we're going to get into the back and spine a little bit next, but we're going to do it through an old clip.
Yeah, actually, so we're going to talk about Bob and I did this a few years back, 8 years ago, actually, but it's basic techniques that will hold the test of time and be very helpful. We're going to go for about 2.5 minutes, and we're going to be, I believe, lying on our back, doing some hip as well as low back rotation. And then for some reason, Bob gets off track at the end. So I had to cut him off. Did you watch that?
Yeah, he's talking about karate.
Are you ready, Danny?
Let's go to it because we're blue right now.
Now I call this the figure 4 stretch. Take your left ankle, put it on your right knee.
Yeah. See, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a design.
There you go. I can see it. But if you do this, your head will fall off into the bed, so don't do that. But then grab this knee, and it's a similar motion as the last one, but we're not stretching the hamstring. We're getting the hip on the left. I'll do it with this leg just so you can see it better. And stretch. And I'm actually using my forearm. I'm pushing this knee down this way at the same time right here as I pull the other leg up. And that's a really easy way to give an extra little stretch.
Yeah, I actually do these separate, Brad. I do this one. I pull this one up, and then I put it down, and I push down. Yeah, that's just how I do it.
There's variations, so it's nice to hear how Bob is doing, because he give you some variations, because it may not work for you like this.
If you have hip arthritis, these are good ones to do, because it's going to keep it from tightening up on you, which is going to cause you increased pain.
Yep.
So
this next one's very simple too. Both knees up, you're already here, knees together gently, and we're going to start doing hook rotations, or I call them windshield wipers, because your knees are going back and forth like windshield wipers.
This is our go-to exercise when we just start seeing somebody with back pain.
Yep.
Almost all people I have do this. If it hurts in one direction, let's say it hurts this direction, then we have you do it really hard. No, no. If it hurts in that direction, then you don't do it that way at all.
Right.
You go ahead and just work the other direction.
Exactly. Yep.
And eventually you might be able to go to that direction then.
Exactly. It should loosen up. Now, again, all of these should be pain-free. This is a wake-up exercise. We're just gently getting going, letting things.
That gets your hips and back, by the way, Brad.
Yep. See, my hip, I allow this to come off the ground as opposed to keeping it glued to the bed. So just everything is relaxed. We're still breathing. Thinking about deep breathing. Okay. Then the next thing to do is you're going to get up out of bed.
By the way, Brad, I look at this almost like, to me, it's almost like meditation. You know, I
Sure.
mean, I'm relaxed, I'm stretching, and I'm thinking about the day, and
Sure.
I'm slowly getting
Yep.
my mind oriented.
Right.
So I just think it's a good time to, you know, be in the moment. And
Sure.
I mean, you're into that Zen stuff, right? Well, at least you were with karate.
Bob, don't
Never-
talk to me about karate. Let's get on with
Okay.
this show.
Have
People
you-
on TikTok.
Have you discovered Zen yet, or?
Oh no, yeah. Well, we don't like to go there just any day, so we're gonna keep that on a low key. So, anyways, very very technical.
So we're talking about low back, spine region right now. We got a couple more stretches to try out. But just a reminder, some people watching that you can rewind this while it's live and fast forward to where we're currently at, or you could rewatch it anytime later. It'll stay indefinitely on our YouTube channel in the live section if you're watching on Facebook. It'll be on Facebook for like a month or so.
Ah, good deal.
Anyway, the next stretch for the spine is the cat-cow.
Yeah, seated.
You could do seated, standing, on your knees if you're able to.
Yeah, the reason I didn't go with going on hands and knees because for a lot of people that's a lot to do in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially on the bed because it's uneven. So you can do it seated on the edge of the bed, or if you would like, you can do it against the wall.
I'll show what the cat-cow is normally so people know what the heck we're talking about quick. But this is the version normally. So you look up, arch your back,
Arch the back.
and then flex the spine and look
Yeah.
down. So this is the cat, this is the cow. Sometimes it's cat, camel. They have different names for it. But we're just showing a version so you don't have to get on your knees if you're uncomfortable.
Right. And if you want to do that way, it's fine. If you're going to do it seated, you're on your edge of your bed, the feet over here, and just, I always say hands on your thighs and just slide them past your kneecaps, rounding your back out so you feel that stretch there, and then come back out. And then this is the shoulders go back and the chest out and up, and get the arch going the other way. And let's see, can we come over here, Tanner? If you want to get up and you feel comfortable like this just hands against the wall, your feet out, shoulder width wide, a little bit wide, definitely not together. And then we simply round out like this. And then you can kind of use the wall for support and then relax and arch the other direction. I do like this. And again, whichever option works good for you. Try them all out if you can. If you don't feel comfortable with one, try the other one.
Susan said she just had a knee replacement and wanted alternatives. Well, there you go.
There you
Susan.
go.
Those are
Absolutely.
a couple alternatives to try instead. Next is opening up the side of your spine and your lateral ribs a bit and abdominals. So we can do this with a door or a stick.
Stick. Yes, a stick. We have a stick.
We do
So
have a
you
stick.
can do this, a broomstick, a piece of doweling, a
Booyah
pool stick, as long as it's strong. And what we can do is standing or seated. You put the stick up on a chair, a table. If your stick does not have a rubber end like the Booyah stick, no problem. Simply take your shoe off or take a shoe that's available with a rubber bottom. Put the stick in there so it stays stuck. Reach up as far as you can, palm away from you. Grab the stick and then hold tight to the stick. Don't let your hand slide down. You can do two things. You can let your knees bend. And I'm just stretching out this area. I'm going to actually lean into it. You may just be able to lean over or get your hand up. Either way, whatever works better, you'll find it. We want to stretch this side closest to the stick. And I'm going to arch, and you can see I'm going to go in this way. Feel that nice stretch. If you're doing it in a seated position, we'll get that shoe in there, reach up. And then all you do here is lean towards the stick. But it's critical. You must let your hand be stuck to the stick. If it slides down, you will not get the proper stretch. And go again. Should feel good and relaxed. If you're doing this on your bed, the stick thing into the bed is not going to work really well because it's going to squish in. So you may have to stand up and do it that way, or put it on your end table. Mike, what are you doing over there?
I'm going to show the same thing in a door frame. You can also use a pull-up bar, anything that's taller and fixed that won't fall apart. So with this, you're going to get a little bit more gravity pulling down. So obviously you have to be tall enough to reach, and then reach up as far as you can. My palm is facing away. Same concept. And I'm just bending my knees to help feel a stretch. I'm relaxing my pelvis. I'm not staying tight like this. This is stretching out all the muscles over here. My lats, it is stretching out my obliques, this whole region, which can help decompress the spine and feel good. So you can just do this side stretching like that. And make sure to do both sides because it feels good on both sides.
Yeah, it is a nice stretch. Just relax and do it. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Cassard 5235 just tried the figure 4 stretch, and his or her hips are very appreciative of the stretch. I agree. That stretch is really nice to do, and it's something you can do every time you get up and put your shoes or socks on. Give it a little stretch with it. Takes no more time, and it just fits right in the day. There you go.
I feel like I'm gonna put this away again, and we're gonna.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna use it. I hope not. So where were we?
We just got through the last stretch.
Into the arm and the hands for those people with those stiff hands and wrists. We're going to show you a couple of things there. I got to put my shoe back on. So what are we talking about?
We are going to be talking about arms and hands. So first, we're just going to kind of work on the wrist. So Brad is not waving at me weirdly. He's working on wrist flexion and wrist extension. Doing this with a straight arm is going to be a little more challenging than having your arms bent. But if you just want to work on the wrists, just go this way and do it.
Now, to make these, if you feel good with this or you feel like you're a little tight and take the other hand, and we're going to put your hand not across the fingertips, although you can, but that gets a little more aggressive on these small joints, right across the fingers where they connect to the palm here, and more of a broad stretch. And if you want to get that extension, you're working the wrist, the knuckles here, as well as the finger joints all together at once. If you have 1 or 2 fingers that are very tight, you simply work that one. And again, if you're working 1 finger at a time, you got to be careful with how aggressive you are. You don't push real hard. Just work it and relax and just do the repetitions. I like doing repetitions with motion. I feel that it works better as opposed to a static hold where you hold it for 30 seconds. In this particular situation, I think motion versus a static hold will probably be more beneficial.
If you're really tight, you can just try putting your fingers and your palms together just in a normal position like this. And then as you bring it towards your chest here, and I bring my elbows up, you can see I'm actually going into extension, getting more of a stretch. And then if you just push one hand either way, you're going to get more of a stretch.
Yeah, all these little things, when you work your hands together, one hand helps the other, it just seems like things work out so much better. The body kind of works together that way. So
you can actually do it on a table too. If you just put your hand down, fingers down, wrist down, and extend that way. Now, if I were to lean back is when I really feel it. You're going to feel a big stretch. So your body is moving and your hand is staying in place.
Right.
This is a little more aggressive.
This is pretty aggressive. For some people, your hands and wrists may, if they're not arthritic or not, you may want to go this aggressive. I like to do it this way, and then I'll turn my hands this way. Not so much anymore. When I was younger, this was much easier to do. So
it really stretches those forearm muscles.
Yeah, it does. And then make sure the closing, we're talking about forward and down. If going down is real stiff, you can see my right wrist is stiffer than my left, and it feels like it. That's my dominant hand. I do a lot of, I was a mechanic for years when I was in my 20s, did a lot of work then, and I still like to do work in the garage and out in the yard. This hand gets abused a lot more. As a result, it is stiffer, and I'm going to stretch it this way and this way. And then if your fingers tips cannot go into your palm like this is common for me when I get up in the morning. There's a gap there. They're just tight. They don't really have serious pain, but they're tight. I will stretch them all, and I'll go one at a time if need be, and get those fingers to go in where they're supposed to go. If you never do that, they're going to tighten up and you'll lose range of motion.
One person said it might be an OT thing, which it normally is, but they said, how about a stretch for trigger finger? Maybe you want to show your little flossing thing.
Yeah, I see this finger, literally right now it's locked. Watch, if I go like that, pops right up. It has trigger finger. I've had it for a couple years, and I can manage it. It's not painful. So one thing that I do that always helps is I'll take my thumb right where the finger connects. We got this joint here, and if you do a massage on there, now I'm not going to go through the details of how this works and why it works, but we do have, maybe Chelsea can pull up, we've got 2 or 3 trigger finger videos that go through in detail of how this works, why it works. And let me see, I work pretty aggressively with this thumb, and okay, it's getting better already. And actually, this is one thing I do like a massage gun, because my thumb gets sore. I got some arthritic things going there. I don't know what's going on. I
You're
blame
just-
I blame it on genetics. Blame it on my dad. He had the same stuff, trigger finger and all. But I'll do a massage gun, not a big massage gun, but one of these smaller ones with a round or soft head, and I'll work in there, and getting better already. And what's happening is the tendon has a little buildup in there, either some
like a nodule.
nodule, could be some scar tissue, but this will break that up and loosen it up. There, yeah, that's kind of fun. Done.
You can
Okay.
try that out.
But again, watch the other video for good details. I recommend it highly.
I use my steering wheel throughout the day. Well, that will work your hand and wrist. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Chelsea's got it up already. If you look at the comments, she has a stop trigger finger, only 2 self treatments. There you go.
Okay. Next, we're going to go on to, whoa, we're flying through these.
Wait.
What?
Go back.
Oh, go back. We got wrist and arm circles. Do you want to go over those?
No. Oh, yeah. Oh, so I like this one.
Oh, stretching behind your head.
Well, we're getting into the shoulders, but again, everything works together. And I like to do this arched back one like that. And I think we really should,
Show the ball.
yeah, show your stretch. Now, this is something that we don't know if Mike actually is the inventor of this, but as far as our
Done many
experience,
times.
yeah, it's
I like to do this where I put my hands on the back of your head if you can, and you bring your elbows in
Yep.
and then back. If you have limited motion, you can certainly just do knuckles on the forehead.
sure.
And still kind of do.
Then
in
you'd
and
be a
out like
knucklehead.
this. A big old knucklehead.
Killing me. Someone might get mad at that. Anyways, but yeah, I think you can incorporate that same shoulder and upper body stretch with the ball. Now, if you've got a ball, where's our other ball? We got another small. Yeah, I want to grab that green one down there. This is about an 8-inch ball, the soccer ball, or kick, not a soccer ball, but a kick ball. It should be a little soft. It works a little
Dodgeball.
better. Dodgeball. And this one, I don't know what kind of ball it is,
Pretty
but
small.
about
Similar
6 inches
concept.
in diameter, maybe a little less.
Like your Blitz playground ball.
Yeah.
Just
Get one of the, if your kids have one or you had one in your toy box, if you got grandkids, you probably have a toy box, when the kids come over.
maybe it's in the sandbox.
Maybe you make them read all day long. That's probably better.
You can put it on your low back, mid back, upper back, whatever region you want to work, and then you just use it as a focal point to hinge over, or a fulcrum. I don't know what's the right term for that. Anyway, you go on it, and then if you can put your arms up and arch back the other way, get a good stretch, come back down. Your arms can be at your side like this. They can be behind your head. They can be straight up. It doesn't really matter. You're just going to get some shoulder stretching then. If you got bad shoulders, you can just keep them on your lap and then arch this way, work your spine. You want to work lower spine.
You know
do this
what I
this
do with my wife sometimes, if she's doing this or a similar stretch, I'll actually help her out.
Oh, geez.
As long
You're
as it
aggressive.
feels good. Well, if it hurts, it shouldn't. But really, you can, help someone out, a gentle additional stretch, as long as it feels good. If they say, "Oh, that feels good," you can do it. If they're complaining a little bit, you stop.
Well, I hope your wife isn't bald and has a mustache, but
No.
okay.
Here, show with the little ball, because actually, sometimes if you're pretty tight in your back, the smaller ball may be preferable.
Yeah, the upper back, you can do it a little bit, but I would put it my lower back. And then you can certainly touch the back of the chair with my upper back with the smaller ball, where I probably couldn't do that with the bigger ball. Again, you can use your arms as needed to go back, but just take it easy with this. You can do reps or hold for time. I kind of like to do like 10 reps and just hold for 5 seconds. You can certainly sit here for 10, 30 seconds if you want.
There you
but,
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I'm going to mention this. You can do this. We've got some time here, so I'm going to show you if your posture is kind of like this in general and you want to get more into that better posture and that feels good, but it feels like you need a little more stretch, a little more aggressive, simply take it down here. Let's go down to the floor and
Do it on the floor. Gravity
yep,
pulls you then.
there we go. Take that ball. If you try this like with a basketball or soccer ball, that's pretty hard. It is not going to work. Don't even try it because it's just too much. And now gravity really does a lot of the work. So it's actually easier with exception of the fact you need to go on the floor. It does not work very good on the bed because the ability to roll the ball forward and backwards can really make a difference. And then out with the hands. So you get all these muscles that we've worked before. The only problem with this, Mike, is the neck. My neck gets tired and it's a little painful. You got the towel roll around
You
somewhere?
want a pillow or towel roll?
The white one that you got. Just hold on for a second, people. Oh, no, a towel roll, not a pillow.
What's wrong with
You
pillow?
rounder. Excuse me, I'm getting
Did you
vulgar.
call me a flounder?
No, a rounder. No, where's the towel roll that we had before?
Oh, the one?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant the big.
There we go. Yeah, so if you take a towel, here we go, get back to the stretch, and just put it underneath your neck like here, and boy, does that make a big difference. Now I can relax my head and neck while I do my stretch. And sometimes you want to get back, and actually, yeah, there you go. Thanks, Mike. A pillow there. I would need one more to get it really comfortable, but that can be something you can work with. And I get down in here, and that really feels good on my mid to low back area that needs to be stretched as long as it's not painful. Again, all the same rules. Oh,
Hello, is my mic better?
yeah.
Okay.
Mike's got a mic problem, but he's
I
fixed
guess.
now.
Can I go onto the hips now?
Yep.
Can I put these glasses on? Why? How'd you break these? You only got one side of them.
Oh, yeah. A little Christmas spirit. What
What
are we?
side is missing?
Now, how many more days? I think we got
I don't know.
24, 25,
That's very-
14, 13.
Close up there. Thank you. Anyway, put those away.
All right.
So we're going to talk about hips and core stretching now. So we're going to do hip circles first. You can do this seated or standing or lying on your back.
Yeah, this is a really nice one. It's going to complement the figure 4 stretch that we mentioned earlier.
Because I keep bumping my mic funny. So you want to do the seated one? I
Well,
can do it standing.
Yeah.
So for this hip circles, you can go inward, outward, or out to in. Pick whichever way you want, and you're just going to do this motion. Now you can alternate. I like to alternate. I actually like to walk forward while I'm doing this, going in the out, in the out, in the out.
I hope you don't do that in public.
Oh, sometimes I do this one backwards. Yeah, this is how I walk in public, actually. I walk my dog like this, too. You can go out to in. I like to go out to in going forward and then in to out going backwards, but you don't have to walk while doing this. If you have poor balance and really can't hold on well, I would do the seated version, or you can hold on to a countertop in front of you or a stick or whatever you have, a walker maybe, and you can just do them this way.
Sure.
Just to practice. The higher you go and slower you go, the more challenging it's going to be because you're working balance on this leg too. But just take your time with it. If you just want the basic version, you can certainly do it in a chair too for just stretching.
Yeah, if you're at the edge of the bed, you could certainly do it there. You won't have the armrest for balance. One thing I do like with this one, it just makes me want to take my knee and pull it up across my body, and that gets that piriformis muscle as well as that glute muscle in the back. So if you have the urge to do that, go ahead and complement the stretch with that motion. Oh.
Hey, the next one for the hip, we kind of talked about it earlier with the low back a bit with the old video, but the figure 4, which Brad was doing laying down, you can certainly do it in a seated position as well.
There you go. Now, one thing I want to do is take a break right now, because you should do this when you're exercising or stretching, whatever it may be, and go back to the basics. How has your breathing been? We're thinking about all the mechanics, and you're really just maybe trying to stretch hard, and then you might find yourself holding your breath, which is going to make nothing go better. So stop and think about that. Take a deep breath. in your nose and exhale, get back to a good base 0, and then you can go back to your stretches.
You can also let us know some stretches we missed that you like doing. We still have about 7 more to go through, but
Oh, yeah.
you can share some of your favorite stretches with us.
That's a good point.
Someone
well,
said our humor is great.
well, and also I see I use my steering wheel throughout the day.
Yeah, that's what I said during the hands and wrist stuff. It's good forearm motion.
Oh, sure.
That works well.
Just be careful when you're driving.
Yeah, don't veer on working on your range of motion for turning off the road. Don't do that. Anyway, single knee to chest stretch is the next one in a seated position. You can do this lying down too, but just bringing your knee up towards your chest. You can grab with your hand like this. If you can't grab the outside due to limitations, you can go under and then you can pull up this way. You can also use a towel like we showed earlier to help grab, or a stretching strap type device, whatever you have available to you. Oh, I whacked my mic with my strap. Anyway, you want to talk about a little bit?
Well, yeah, so I like to do it this way, and you can just use that. You can use your hands. I've had people have difficulty grabbing with their hands, or for whatever the reason is, and you may feel more comfortable, particularly if you're lying in your bed and doing this one. The towel works handy. One thing, like Mike, this is a big advantage of the stretch out strap. They have multiple loops, and those are really advantageous, particularly if you don't have real good grip strength with your hands, or you have arthritic hands. You don't need your hands with this. You can use your wrists like Mike is doing right there.
Yeah, so just hook your hand through whatever slot you need.
Yep.
You can mix and match, pick whatever, and then just allows your wrist to take the pressure instead of your hands if you have a weak grip.
And you can use that for multiple different stretches once you get the hang of it. If you buy one, they're not very expensive. You should get a little literature with it that shows different options that you would use it. And once you start using it, you will find out how well they work, and they take away the need for that hand grip. Just like Mike is doing there. He's got his hand clasped together, relaxed, and he's getting a nice hip stretch as a result of being relaxed.
Yeah, and go out to the side too with that. Really
there you go.
Supports it as you move it around.
Yeah.
If you had to have a hip replacement, just make sure you're far enough out and don't have precautions anymore.
Very good point. And there's considerations whether you had an anterior or a posterior hip replacement. The approach that the surgeon does, you will know it because your surgeon should tell you about that. But again, a phone call or contacting your surgeon or the surgeon's nurse or your therapist, and they will let you know if you have precautions. If you just had surgery 2 months ago, don't do these hip ones. They need more time.
Diane asked, are hip bridges good for the back?
Oh,
they are
sure.
good back core strengthening exercise. Work your glutes, your buttock, your legs, your quads, a little bit of everything, as long as it doesn't bother your back. Some back conditions like bending and some back conditions like straightening, it's more of a strengthening exercise. People don't know what a bridge is. I think most people do, but your feet are on the floor. Hands can be down for beginners. Squeeze your butt cheeks together and then lift up in the air. Hold for a few seconds, go back down. Some people have bands. Some people have weights to progress some double to single leg. Yeah, these are perfectly fine as long as it doesn't bother your back. They're good core strengthening. It does work your low back a little bit as well.
And when you do that, I think you can think about tightening your abdominal muscles to keep the whole core engaged.
Yeah, so I am thinking of squeeze my butt cheeks first, squeeze my tummy muscles, keep my core engaged, and then I'm lifting up. So I'm feeling it quads, glutes, abs, a little bit of low back, but my low back doesn't really bother me. So yeah, it's a good exercise.
Why don't you stay right there once, Mike?
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Well, because I want to show in that position the inner thigh or the clamshell stretch.
Sure. So now we're going to get into stretching more of the legs. So to stretch the inner thigh, you can be in a bent knee position like this. If you are really tight and can't go to a butterfly, so butterfly is opening up both at the same time, so my knees fall towards the mat. The bottom of my feet are touching each other here. Mm-hmm. So that's how you can do a butterfly stretch. You can certainly put your hands here too for a little bit more overpressure. If you're too tight, you can leave one leg straight and just do a single knee bench fall out like this and just work the one side. The goal is to make sure you're still looking at the ceiling and you're not like rotating over as you're doing this. and you can just stretch the one side and then stretch the other side. If you are really tight with this, it'll be hard for you to touch your knee to the mat. You will be way up here and can't go down very far. Some of it's your anatomy, but some of it you should over time be able to go down. You can also bring your feet down further, makes it a little easier. Bringing it up will make it a little bit harder. You can see when I do both at the same time, bringing up this high, I can't touch. But if I just do one leg, I can touch now. So do what you can with this. But again, I like this one for time normally. I don't know if you like reps or time, but you can pick what works.
Yeah, I do more of a rep thing. You want to show them for people who happen to be flexible, how they can modify this by putting like a towel around your feet. There you go, like that. I know I do them this way because I've been doing these for a long time, so I'm fortunate enough to have good flexibility. Now pull your feet up towards your nose. There you go.
Pull them up and then try to push out at the same time. You're getting a little bit of external rotation as well as hip flexion. You're kind of getting a combination effect here.
Do that again and take your forearms and put them on your knees. Yeah.
This way.
And then you can, so you can push with your forearms, so your knees, it just, some people may or may not be able to do that.
Yeah. So if you're tighter here and you want to push down, you can push
Sure.
that way. I have the flexibility, so I don't notice too much, but your elbows can help stretch it that way too.
This is a nice one. And again, for the stretch out strap where you can use eliminate the use of your hands and just get the stretch here. And, you can do this in a seated position as well, and bring your feet up like this. Doesn't work that well. Much easier to do lying down. But again, the stretch out strap, it's a nice little tool. Oh, Mike's got a mic problem once again. All right, should we continue on?
I don't know. Can you hear me now? Okay. Hamstring stretching.
The hamstrings and the calf muscles, two of the most common muscle groups that tighten up with pretty much all ages, but more so with people as we get older.
Men are more typically tight than women with hamstrings as well.
Sure, and you're a good example of it.
So you could long sit like this with one leg on the mat, or you can do both legs. If you have back problems, doing both legs at the same time is probably challenging. You can also do standing positions, long sitting, sitting with a footstool. I like to actually do mine on a wall, but anyway, I'm going to get this little icon off there so they can see us a little bit better.
Oh, yeah, get that little icon off.
So you're trying to get your knees straight, so your knee's going to push into the mat, so you're going to have a nice straight back, and just lean forward what you can with stretching. If you're really tight, your knee will start popping up. Don't let your knee pop up and bend forward more. You're not doing anything. So keep your leg down tight, and then pull forward, and you'll feel the stretch from the back of your knees up to your buttock, and try doing it that way. Make sure to do both legs. You can also do this with a stool if you're sitting. Just stretch it this way and then have it forward. And then you can always, nice thing about a rocking one is you can push down, because some people are real tight, especially some older people that maybe have limited range of motion due to knee arthritis. So you can try to push down as straight as you can, push with your hands a little, and then relax and try it that way.
Yep, on and off, relax. For those of you who feel comfortable with good balance, you can put your foot up. Is this what you were referring to? With a straight knee and straight back, and you need something for balance. Don't try to do this wobbling around. So I got a stick, have the hand on the wall, piece of furniture, and we're not going to round like this, trying to get the nose to the knee, which seems to be a common misconception. We want to keep the back straight and maintain it. We're going to hip hinge from here. If you're not familiar with that, it just means it looks like this, isolating the hamstring stretch. You'll feel it. I feel hamstring stretches now. If I do this, I get much further forward, but no stretch. I'm just rounding my back out.
With standing, the safest thing I find with most people is stairs.
So excellent.
Start bottom step, same concept. That's easy. Go to the next step, hold on, lean forward again, and then just progress what step feels good for you, and just hold that and try to stretch it that way. So it's just a pretty safe option to do.
You want to show me that. Now, for the people who want to have the option of doing this in bed, say you're doing as many stretches as you can, seated at the edge of the bed or in bed. This works out well. You can use a belt and put a belt around your foot. Again, the stretch out strap is, I think, superior because it's so much easier. But a belt works fine. Can you grab a belt for me, Mike?
A belt for you?
Yeah, it's right over. Well, it might be on the ground. I don't know where it is. But keep the knees straight and pull up like this. And up. Hands are free to relax. There we go.
I don't know where the belt went.
Oh, really? We used to have it.
Yeah,
Oh,
hanging up
well.
right there.
But
Oh,
anyways,
God.
if you have a belt but then you have to grab the belt like
Oh.
this. Oh, there we go.
Danny just took his off.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully his pants don't fall
He
down.
is there. So like this and go like that. You know, if you want, and this always is an option with a belt. You simply, if you got the
Have a-
buckle
I have a gate belt.
like
A
that.
little different.
Yeah, not many people have gate belts in their house. And then, I'll go like that and stretch. There we go. Have a pillow and relax and just, stretch out. You can go to a figure 4 with this without the other leg, actually. So there's all kinds of little caveats and options that you get to learn.
Do you want to start showing the standing, or you can do a sideline quad stretch? I can do
Oh,
standing.
yes. Now, this is a good thing to have if you got the belt situation.
Yes.
The quads are really not the easiest thing to stretch. If you're lying down, about the best way I know how to do it is to lie on your side, grab your ankle, your pajamas or your pants, or if you have a belt around your foot, I'm actually going to move it up to my ankle there. And then I go like this and I pull to get a stretch here. One word of caution, if you're get hamstring stretches, and if you get a hamstring stretch doing this, it's going to be a real painful
Hamstring
situation.
cramp, you mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry, cramp. Yep. You're going to want to get that leg as straight as you can right away, stretch the cramp out, and then stop doing the stretch. It's not worth getting a cramp for, that's for sure.
Yeah, you can use whatever you have. I just have a loop band here, but it's on my ankle. Then I just hook it over my shoulder. And I can hold this and stretch it this way too. These are usually easier ways that aren't as aggressive to stretch your quads. There are other ways where you're kneeling and sitting on your butt, but a lot of people, if they got issues with their knees or hips or low back, may not like that. So
if you don't feel comfortable and you're looking at these stretches and you're thinking, I don't know if I can do that, don't worry about it. The quads are not usually a problem muscle that associated with tightness. So
Melissa's just waking up in Hawaii. It's 83 degrees and sunny today.
oh darn, I
Whoa, aloha, she
I
said.
wish you could be here where it's 25 degrees and it's going to snow. But anyways, it's nice to know someone's enjoying some weather.
Standing.
I wanted to talk about calf stretching.
Sure.
So I like the stairway really much for calf stretching, but if you want to do it in bed, again, a strap is something you're going to need. You can start out with ankle pumps, pulling up like this. Some people are going to feel a stretch just doing this and pulling up and hold, and you feel the muscles stretch here. And you feel those stretching. If you want a little more, again, you can simply use a belt, go around the top of your foot. I got to admit, this works better with shoes on because the belt grips to it. Then you probably don't sleep with shoes on. But you can still do this if you got a belt where you can loop it again. Mike, do you mind getting me that cane? Some people that are not as mobile and have challenges with certain things, and it's better to do it in bed. Maybe you have a cane around. And I'm stretching here, holding it for 15 to 30 seconds, or stretch, relax, both feet. A cane works really nice. It doesn't wobble so much. You can simply reach down, pull, and relax. This kind of pistol grip works quite well. If you got a hook cane, they work as well. Probably not as nice as this, but whatever.
Called a pistol grip?
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Well, this really isn't a true pistol grip, but it's kind of is. I don't have a cane here for an example of a true pistol grip.
Another way you can do this is you can do this at a wall, countertop. I'm just holding on to stair railings. So my leg that is back, my left leg right now, is getting a calf stretch. I'm keeping my heel planted. So in order to set up for this, start close, bring the leg you want to stretch back. Make sure your heel can touch, and then you just lean forward for more of a stretch. My toe is pointed forward ahead. I'm not letting it go out to the side. You can hold this for 15 to 30 seconds. If you want to hit your other calf muscle called your soleus, you bend your knee on that side, you're going to feel a different stretch. You may not be able to go back as far, so maybe have your foot in and you'll feel a stretch on the soleus muscle. If you're at the stairs and this feels easy or you want a more aggressive stretch, you can stand on the edge step, hold on. The balls of my feet are on the edge, and then I just let my heels sink down. Gravity will pull them, and then we hold this for 15 to 30 seconds with both legs. If you want to feel more of a stretch on one side, just shift your body weight over that way. You'll feel it, or you can switch and do it on the other side.
This is one of those stretches that is so easy to do throughout the day where you have steps in your house. Just stretch 2 or 3 times, or do the wall stretch like he was showing on the stairs or the wall. And because these muscles never can be stretched well within reason, you can stretch them 3-4 times a day just for maintenance.
Next one is ankle circles.
Oh,
So you can do this long sitting or lying down.
yep.
You can't really do it standing up. 'Cause you're-
Well, you kind of can if you got 1 foot over.
I suppose.
Yeah.
So you're just going to make circles with your feet. So you can go clockwise, you can go counterclockwise. Just do both of them. It just helps loosen up your feet. You can do one way and one the other way. Oh, that feels no. That's kind of hard to
You've
do.
got ankle history, don't you?
I do have ankle history. I have some pretty bad ankle sprains on both sides. So I have a little bit of limited ankle motion. This is the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning. I'm in bed. I just like move my ankles around, and they normally go snap, crackle, pop a bunch. And
There you go.
before I get up, because sometimes I get a little Charlie horse in my calves otherwise.
I was just going to mention that this is an ideal one for everyone to do while you're still in bed. You know, it's best to have your feet on top of the covers because your toes kind of get crunched up if they got heavy
This time of
covers.
year, I want the covers on them. I'm cold.
You don't have heat yet, huh?
I got the heat on. I just like it too warm. We got a couple more. So we got toes.
Yeah, this is.
Flexion and extension. So good thing I wore my toe socks today, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Look
Yeah,
at those
man.
cute little toes.
So toe flexion, extension. I'm gonna bring my feet up to show here. It's a little easier. Hopefully you could see. Tanner, you're going to really zoom in for the toe. Oh, you can see it. So there's a toe. So flexion is curling your toe under. Extension is bringing your toes up. What you can do is if you are really stiff and stuck, you can just take your finger, work on extension, or work on flexion. If you have plantar fasciitis or get toe cramps easily, don't be too aggressive with this. Just take your time. You can do the big toe separate from the other digits, or you can do them all at the same time. It just works on your toe range of motion. Your toes can also stretch out a little bit, spacing them. Sorry, I went off screen. Spacing them out this way too. But that's a little harder and finicky and not as easy to get to. One exercise I like to make people to the foot issues is they put their foot on the ground and then they work on lifting just the great toe up and then back down. Up, back down.
What good does that do?
This works on extending the great toe, which is very important for trying to get propulsion with walking. So you want great toe connection to the ground. And then you want to work on the digits going up. So my digits are going up, big toe staying down, and you're reversing the order. So like that. It's kind of hard. I'm getting a little bit of a foot cramp right now doing this, but it works with small intrinsic foot muscles, which is good for foot health, things like plantar fasciitis, bunions,
Right.
foot circulation, things like that.
I want my feet to get involved too.
You don't have toe socks.
Yeah, so particularly people that have been around here, if you're 50, 60 or older, and you've been wearing typical shoes that usually are pointed, they actually compress your toes and your forefoot together, and it does not create a good situation for long-term foot health. So get your feet and get them mobilized. Mike talked about the toes going backwards and forwards. I love to do this in the morning, anytime actually. Pull them back. I'll get all the toes at once. Mike said one toe, the great toe. It's a good for plantar fasciitis. Going down is a real nice way. And you can stretch these so you feel a little stretch, little pain, but not a lot. And you'll know it because when you're done, it should feel good. And also, get your forefoot mobilized. There's joints between each toe in the forefoot, and just work all those and get things moving, the circulation, keep that foot healthy, because and then wear wide toe box. Well, both Mike and I have both shoes with wide toe boxes. Crocs, wide toe box. Most shoes, not narrow or not wide. They're usually tight, and that is not good. Like you said, bunions, we talked about this with
Hammer
our,
toe, plantar fasciitis,
yeah,
Achilles tendon issues are all kind of connected to footwear. If your feet are very rigid or have some deformity, obviously take your time with these. You might regain some motion. I'm not saying you're going to regain everything. So you've been stiff for years, which does happen sometimes, or you have some tone for some reason. It can be kind of hard to break that. So just do what you can. Don't expect you to magically be able to move your toes nimbly like us, but
well, you really got some nimble toes.
I've been working on it.
I still can't spread mine apart.
I use a foot roller. Yeah, you can use a foot roller. Someone commented.
We don't have one.
Well, I'm just saying they can use
Yeah, good.
You
See,
can use a ball too, or whatever you have around the house.
you're doing the exact exercise we're going to talk about
I
last.
know, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, good.
It's like I can read the chart there. So we're just going to do ankle pumps. You can do it supine with no gravity. You can do it seated with a little bit of resistance in the seated position, or standing where you're going to actually get a strengthening component to it.
Yeah, bring it down here, Tanner. Look at this. Standing, I got socks on one. You can do this with a shoe on or with your shoe off like this. I am stocking foot. Look at that. I got my nice new St. Croix socks that have, so if you want to check your eyesight, you can do this with these socks. So that's pretty
You can
cool.
read your socks.
That's right. I got to get some glasses. So that's why I wear these. So I remind, I got to get a phone call and get the appointment. But this stick right here, I need some balance, because when you go backwards, there's a good chance you'll go backwards and fall if you haven't done this before. So make sure there's a chair or the bed right behind you, if you're not confident. And this is one that, I don't know, I ever did it before.
Don't break the thing again.
Yeah, I know.
Slow down.
Back like this. If you've never done this before, you probably are going to tip backwards, or just be aware of it. So that's why the bed or a nice chair should be behind you, a stick, so that when you go up on your toes, you're balanced or holding on to the cupboard. So something stable so you are safe.
So those are 20 plus morning stretches you can try out. Pick which ones work for you or you need to work on. I would, if you have a problem area, stick with those. If you just want full body, pick one or two you found challenging from each and stick with them and see how you progress and if they help you feel more nimble and agile as the day goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, you can, this video is going to be on our, available on our YouTube channel forever. Is it forever, Mike?
Until YouTube crashes or something happens.
Sure, yeah. So basically forever. Go back, look at it, you can forward it, rewind it, all those things to answer any questions. So very good.
We'll be back next week at 10 a.m. Central Time for some tips to stay active during winter at home.
Yeah, because if you live in the north area where there's snow, ice, that definitely changes a lot of people's activity level. So we want to keep you healthy to get through the winter so that next spring you're ready to go.
Just a reminder, we have some holiday sales going on.
Oh,
a lot of
yeah.
our products on Amazon as well. So if you're still looking for a last-minute stocking stuffer, you can check those deals out.
Yeah, if you got one of those big massage chairs, you might be able to skip all these stretches and just go in the massage chair.
Skip presents for a couple of years. You'll be fine. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Very good. Enjoy the day.